So, hey, it's Sunday. It's like 5:26 p.m. and it's time for a little dual English video. So, the main purpose of this is to kind of introduce this rhetorical analysis project that we're going to be working on this week. But before I get to that, I need to say a few words about civility. This project that I'm going to introduce here in a couple of seconds deals with political websites. This is an election year, and when studying rhetoric, as a rhetoric teacher, as a person who's constantly learning about rhetoric, election years are prime time. They're the best time to really see rhetoric live and in action when it really, really matters, because there's a lot at stake in a presidential election year. That being said, our particular political climate, both politically and culturally, is really polarized. And the discourse is, in many ways, the word I'm going to use is toxic. I'm not going to point fingers. I'm not going to cast blame. I'm going to say the discourse around politics is toxic. And you, as young adults that are thinkers, that are finding your place in this world, you may have very, very strong opinions on some political issues, one of these candidates, either favorably or negative. And that's great. That's the core of what we're doing. I want you to have your feelings. Those feelings matter. Your opinions are valid. Your position matters. Your stance on an issue is meaningful to me and to the world at large. However, this project is going to require you to have a little bit of objectivity. It is going to require you to have a little bit of civility. This means that this is not going to be an opportunity to spout caustic, toxic, hateful rhetoric. That is not what we're going to do. And if that does happen, if it happens online, if it happens in my class, then I'm going to shut this project down. Miss Wyke and I will shut this project down, and we'll pick an old-fashioned rhetorical text, probably a speech, and we'll make you write a rhetorical analysis essay about that speech. This is not a threat. This is just the way it's going to be. We want to give you a project that allows for a little bit of creativity, a little bit of self-expression, allows you to actually engage with an issue that's meaningful to you in a creative and fun and less kind of stressful manner. If you choose to turn this into a field of attack and satire and cynicism and rudeness and toxicity, it gets shut down. This is not, I'm not trying to be like, I know what you're going to do. You're going to turn into monsters. I'm not trying to say that. It's just that right now, the discourse around politics, the discourse that you live in, is generally toxic, which means that you, as young adults learning how to have discussions about difficult subjects, all you hear is toxic rhetoric. All you hear is bad arguments, ad hominem attacks. You don't hear reasoned, rational, maybe passionate, but respectful and civil discourse about complicated subjects. So we're going to try to start that process. Okay? So basically, to sum up what I just said for however minutes I've been talking, be cool, be kind, do not be hateful. Okay? Cool? Great. So let's look at it. I'm going to share my screen, and I always have to say I'm going to share my screen. When I share it, it seems to be Zoom customary behavior. Okay, so this is the Rhetorical Analysis Project. And basically what you're doing is you're making two campaign ads. We're going to be looking on Monday and Tuesday at Biden and Trump's campaign websites. These are really good places over the past, I don't know, 20 years. These have become the key places to really get good information about your candidate. So we're going to look at Biden's and Trump's, and we're going to see how they work rhetorically. Who is their audience? How are they reaching their audience? And what we're going to do specifically for this is you're going to pick an issue. that both candidates deal with on their website. You know, something like the economy or immigration or whatever you choose, something that's interesting to you. And then you're going to create 2 campaign ads about that issue, one for each candidate. So if you pick the economy, you would do an economy-based campaign ad for Biden, an economy-based campaign ad for Trump. Okay, they can be print, so they can be like an image. They can be like an ad that's like image and text, but it's stationary, like it's a print ad, or they can be a commercial where it has video and audio and things like that. You don't have to do the same type of ad for both candidates. You can see that right here. If you wanted to do a print ad for Trump and a commercial for Biden, that would be fine, or vice versa. You can, of course, do the same for both if you want to. You do have to choose an issue that's discussed by both candidates. Now, they may frame it a little bit differently. Like Biden may say like the economy and Trump may say something about jobs created, but they're going to be the same issue. They're going to be related. And we can talk about this as we work on the project this week about making sure that we're dealing with an issue that they both deal with. And this is an issue that they both deal with on their websites. Okay. Now this is important. This right here. This is where we're going to really stress something. Your ad, whether it's print or commercial, has got to be positive. We don't want attack ads and we don't want satirical ads. So let's say that you're a pro-Trump, anti-Biden kind of person. Cool. Your Biden ad can't be like satirical. So it's pro him, but you're really being satirical. And you can't make it, or and vice versa. If you can't make your Biden, if you're pro Biden and anti-Trump, your Biden ad can't be an ad that basically just attacks Trump. We already have plenty of attacking satirical stuff in the world. This is a positive ad. This is a pro Biden and pro Trump ad. You're making 2 pro ads. If you make an attack ad or a satirical ad, you're going to suffer it grade-wise, not personally, but your grade will suffer. Okay, cool. And the goal here is your ads are trying to persuade voters that each candidate's position on the issue is the best one. That's what they should vote for, because that's the purpose of the campaign ad, is that this is my position, it's the right position, therefore vote for me. Okay. So here's the print ad requirements. You can see them right there. The commercial ad requirements right there. You can ask me any questions you have about these, but we want the print ad, use good images. The commercial ad, some nice audio visual elements would be good too. And then you can see the rubric. And I'm not going to go through the rubric here because this video has already gone on too long. I just want to call this the tone row is an all or nothing. It is either 25 points or 0. If your ad is positive and not satirical and not attacking and presents the issue in a fair way, you'll get 25 points. If it's negative or satirical or attacks, 0 points in this column, which means that you would lose 25 points, which means if you do a negative ad, the highest grade you can get if everything else is perfect is a 75. Okay? So please be positive. Okay, that's all I want to say. I think this is a good idea. Some people think that we're crazy. I think this is a good idea. I think that you, as the future of America, as the literal men and women, as the literal people that are going to be the country and the world going forward, I think that you are capable of being non-toxic, non-cynical, passionate, rational, intelligent, challenging, smart, creative in dealing with these complicated subjects. None of these issues are simple. Nothing going on in the world right now is like, let me tell you how it is. It's real simple. We're going to just do this. Nothing is like that. That's like if you want pizza. If you do, you get it. If you don't, you don't. That's simple. Something like the economy, that's complicated. And there are numerous issues that can be seen in numerous ways. And I think you're ready to actually have some fun and think about these issues. And I want you to think about these issues because I'm not going to be here forever, and you're going to be here a lot longer than me. And I've got kids, and I want those kids to have a world, and those kids are in your hands. So this project, as much as it's let's teach rhetorical analysis, let's give them a break from writing essays, let's let them make an ad, is yes, it's just one of those kind of Englishy assignments. But on the other hand, it's literally the cornerstone of the future of this nation and this planet, is getting you to be able to think in a nuanced, sophisticated, civil, open-minded, rational manner about very complicated things that you may have very sincere, deeply held opinions about. Okay, so that's what this is about. So please give it your best. I also can make a solemn promise between Ms. Wyke and myself that regardless of our personal political stances, we are both voters. We both have very strong opinions on issues in this country. Those will in no way impact the way that we judge this project. We are going to model rhetorical open-mindedness so that you can see that it can actually be done. Okay? Anyway, I love you. I believe in you. I hope that your weekend and your evening are wonderful, and I'll be glad to see you tomorrow. So thank you so much for your time, and have a good one.